think this should actually work no matter what overlay I'm using. Yep, we're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IEM Shanghai 2013 Korea/Taiwan Open Qualifiers. I'm Nathanius, pleased to bring you this first series of the day, morning. It is 2:30 in the morning, and I am so happy to be doing StarCraft. But let's just jump into this game. Spawning in the bottom right position as the red Protoss player from SK Gaming, it is MC. Otherwise known as the Boss Toss, the Obama Toss. He's got lots of nicknames, some self-assigned, but he's also got that GSL street cred. And his opponent spawning in the top left position as our blue bar-coded Terran player. From Quantic Gaming, it is Center. So a great match to kick things off today. Center doing quite a bit of work in the Acer Team Story Cup. We actually defeated Hero in a Terran versus Protoss just yesterday, I guess if you could call it yesterday at this point, in the Acer Team Story Cup against Team Liquid. Unfortunately, they did drop that match. But, you know, both of these guys have been pretty active. MC, haven't honestly seen too much of him recently. But, you know, he's a contender. He's one of those guys that can just come out of nowhere and win a tournament at any point in time. He's just one of those really, really strong Protosses. So I'm looking forward to casting this match quite a bit. If you guys are curious, you want to know what this qualifier is about, you're saying, hey man, who are these people? You know, what exactly is this tournament? What's happening? Why are all of these people gathered together to play some StarCraft? And well, this is for IEM Shanghai. I believe the top two winners of each qualifier get a paid trip, or at least they qualify. Don't quote me on the paid trip part. But so far this game, Reaper opening from Center, very standard. We'll move on to one SCV mining gas. He wants to expand pretty quickly. MC's not doing anything super weird just yet. He could still potentially try to hide a pylon, go for some sort of weird play, but with that probe on the field, it doesn't look terribly likely. But so far in this qualifier, this is the first match of the day. Now, these two guys actually had a first-round bye. As far as the requirements to sign up for this qualifier, there were a lot of open spots in the round of 128. So this match is actually for the round of 64. Yes, you heard me right. It's a round of 64, which means we have a lot of StarCraft 2 action coming your way. And Center will scout out. See, okay, well, nothing really crazy. There is a good amount of energy on this Nexus, though. So we could see a Chrono Boost onto the Stalker. We could see a Chrono Boost, another one on this Mothership Core. And it looks like MC wants to do a very fast pressure against Center. And this could actually do a pretty reasonable amount of damage. He did open up with the Reaper into the reactor, so his production is very limited. We see a bunker already starting up for Center. He realizes he's only going to have about 2 Marines when this attack hits, potentially 4, or his 3rd and 4th Marine on the way. Actually, the Zealot is sitting and waiting for the Stalker. A second Stalker queued up as the pylon finishes onto that. MC keeping his energy quite high, only 2 probes in each gas, so he will want to expand at some point. He's not going to transition into tech, but this is where things get interesting. MC now beginning to move closer and closer towards his opponent's base. And yes, I have to set the Team Liquid status on this, but the Mothership Core is going to arrive now. With this bunker set up, he's in a pretty good position to defend himself. It's just not going to be the easiest thing ever. With 2 Marines in the bunker, once he gets these 3rd and 4th ones, he'll be fine. Ways that MC can kind of mess around here is he can try to just use the Stalker on the low ground to attack the supply depot. He can use the Mothership Core to actually attack the SCVs in the main base and force Center to leave the bunker. You know, he has a couple of options. This Reaper for Center isn't able to do too much. He wants to keep it alive so that he can scout later on what MC is doing. And MC is going to expand. He's leaving a Stalker behind at home. And this Mothership Core is just kind of poking around, harassing as much as it can. And MC's not going to commit to any kind of big attack, but he is going to build a Stargate in the back of his main base. And what this could be is just, you know, oftentimes we see Protoss players go for the really fast Stargate and just try to secure a quick win. But what MC is doing is saying, well, I'm just going to expand. I'm not going to do anything crazy, and I'm just going to build a Stargate after that. And the reason why this is actually so smart from MC is Center says, well, I didn't scout a fast Stargate, so I don't need to build missile turrets. He does have the engineering bay. Very important to note, a lot of Terran players get this eBay anyways. They get a super fast +1 attack. This is one of the ways you can deal with really greedy Protoss players that try to get their fast forges. So there's just a little bit of a back and forth metagaming going on. And with this Stargate completing, we do have an Oracle on the way. Now, the defenses for our Terran player, the Reaper will die. He's not going to scout out this Stargate, and that is huge. So if MC can get this Oracle into the natural or the main base, he can kill a lot of SCVs. There's not too many in the natural yet, but this main base is saturated, so all now produced workers will head there. Stimpak is on the way. We should see combat shields also begin as the factory is going. Now, what Center wants to do is do a little bit of a Marine push out, and this is mostly to be a gut check on the Mothership Core. This is saying, okay, well, your Mothership Core needs to be home. I can maybe burn a Photon Overcharge, or no, he just wants to check the tower. He doesn't want to actually commit at all. But the Oracle is coming in now. There's no missile turret. There are 6 Marines. 6 Marines is exactly enough to be an Oracle. Now, this is, of course, a pre-made decision by Center saying, well, if he does get an Oracle, I have Marines here. And here we go. MC steps up. He sees the Marines. He immediately flies away. Now, the question is, Center, how aware of this is he? Oh, here comes the Oracle. It's going to at least delay the starport from building. And MC's going for the important kills here, running around using his speed advantage against these Marines. And just trying to do as much damage as possible. The Marines trying to catch him at the natural. Another SCV sent to build this starport, but he delays it just another couple of seconds. And this is actually really nice. He's delayed it by at least 30 seconds, almost 40 seconds delayed on the starport. Now, yeah, about 40-second delay, almost a minute late this starport is. So, MC doing a good bit of work here. And the later those medevacs come out, the later he can do anything with the stim. There's a second Oracle here now, which can actually jump through all of these Marines, I think, without too much difficulty. And that could be what we see from MC. He's now approaching the base. Ooh, there are 2 Marauders mixed in. And uses that Revelation ability. I really like that. And what that pretty much does is now MC can see the vision of these Marines and Marauders for about a whole minute. So he knows the positioning of the units. He doesn't need to go in and be crazy aggressive. He's already forced the missile turrets in each mineral line from Center. But MC behind this, we're seeing him move up to about 5 gateways. Pretty standard setup, nothing unusual. He has the Forge. He's just finished his +1 armor upgrade. And, the only interesting thing here is that MC not going straight into any kind of tech. He has the Twilight Counselor, so he can get a fast +2, but he's rather just choosing to go for Blink. And this isn't a bad decision. The Oracles didn't really do the damage that they wanted to do, though, and that's where we could see this push from Center do a little bit of damage. He's up in supply. He's been powering out a lot of Marines. He has Marauders. Actually burning a lot of energy MC just spent just to kill that 1 Marine off of his Oracle. But now as Center approaches, MC does have double time warp available. He has double photon overcharge available, and he has a lot of force fields, which means this attack is very holdable. I don't think Center is going to kill him unless he can run in and get a great position and kill all those sentries. But here the 1 Marine runs out. He wants to see what's going on here. More Stalkers being warped in for the SK Protoss. And Center's just going to change his mind. He says, okay, well, I'm just going to leave. I don't want to engage against this. I don't want to get into any kind of scrap. And that's going to be really nice for MC, as he will be able to move straight into his Templar Archives. He's adding on a couple of gateways. He's going to have his Blink. Ooh, 1 Oracle does get caught off guard here. Nice grab there for Center. And Center right now, he's just looking around for proxy pylons. We see he's going to build a 3rd command center now. Not the fastest 3rd base we've ever seen out of a Terran player, but he's using his own late 3rd base as a way to kind of prevent there being a 3rd from the Protoss. He'd rather play the 2 base versus 2 base setup for a little while. And as his Templar Archives finishes up, there's not really too much in the way of actual, techie units just yet. The Templar, of course, he can make some very quick Archons, but he has to wait a little bit for Storm. He has to wait a little bit for the rest of his setup. Will catch. Ooh, that Oracle gets away with 3 hit points. Very nice save there from MC. And, well, this Marine Force, he used that Revelation so he can see the bio. He knows where everything is. He knows where these medevacs are. If these Marines actually go into a medevac, then MC will be able to see the medevac, despite the fact that he only has vision of the Marines. So, nice little play. It's just cool to see this. We don't actually get a lot of use of Revelation in Protoss versus Terran, at least that we see at the pro level. So he's using it to prevent there from being a big threat of drops. Now, there is a lot of bio here for Center. He has a pretty big army, and now we see him moving up to 8 barracks in his main base. This is a ton of production being set up as he goes to take this 3rd. No real Viking production of any kind. He wants to just fight this head-to-head. There's no Ghost Academy. We don't see any Ghost production at all. +2 weapons is coming in, and there the Ghost Academy will now start. But Center, he has a lot of units. He can try to go for some drop play now that the 3rd base is on the way for MC, but he wants to be more so a little bit safer than everything else. Missile turret in the 3rd base, keeping his eye on the potential of there being these proxy pylons. Now, he doesn't know about MC's third base just yet. The Storm upgrade has only just started. Meanwhile, Charge is about to complete. +2 armor is about to complete. And this is actually a nice little timing for MC. Defensively, he will have the +2 armor if he chrono boosts that out just a little bit early. We see a proxy pylon in the northeast area of the map. This will allow for a little bit of zealot harass. We could potentially see something like... yeah, just zealot harass. There's no robotics facility, so he can't do anything weird like a storm drop. +2 armor is done. Storm is about halfway complete. There's a couple of Templars starting to bank energy, but Center's going to move in on this third base, and without Storm, I'm actually not sure if MC can do too much. At the same time, a triple drop in the main base of MC. Center going for the pylons, powering the production. One gateway is shut down. Really able to shut down any more than he's actually supply blocked MC. At the same time, this army is still fighting. There's no Storm. These Templar not able to assist terribly well. He's just going to keep stimming and running backwards. Now it's just pure Stalker with this Mothership Core fighting against his army. He picks off the Medivacs. This will prevent the retreat from Center, but he's going to lose the main Nexus. One Storm now finally dropping as it completes, but Center has done a ton of damage so far. His army retreating from the Charge Lot Archon Force, but now with the +2 attack, he can actually turn around and fight this, and there he will. Starting to chew away at these Archons. One will fall, a second will fall. Now it's just Zealots and Sentries versus Marine Marauder. The third base under harass from these Zealots immediately. A lift up from Center, and more Zealots being rallied over there. +3 armor is on the way for MC. And he wants to go for a big counterattack. He wants to do some serious damage. I'm not sure if it'll be enough, though. Just pure Zealot Sentry won't be able to break this. Oh, we actually see Center pulling everything. He's really worried about this attack doing serious damage, but the Templar don't have enough energy for Storm. The SCVs, I think maybe he pulled, a little bit of Zealous there, overzealous with the defense. MC does have to restart this main base Nexus. Two of these pylons will have, two of these gateways will have to be repowered. And Center is looking very strong. This 8 barracks production, he has so much production, and this is just a really nice setup to have. He went into full macro mode very early on after holding off the early Oracle aggression. And MC, sure, he'll have enough energy for Storm soon enough, but there is so much to Storm from our Terran player. +3 attack is on the way, picks off the Oracle. Now there is another Revelation thrown down, so MC knows. He knows where a large chunk of this army is. It will allow him to get into a good position. It's kind of like having a scan. He can try to get his units into an arc around the top of the ramp, maybe try to grab some Storms. He's got options. Double Zealot harass going over towards this base, but the two Marines and the Marauders should pick these off, no problem. As MC is preparing for this push. He's actually going to try to catch the Bio army out on the center of the field. Here we go. Guardian Shield gets popped. One Storm going to drop. The Bio taking a lot of damage from these Storms, actually, but the medevac count might be too damn high in this instance. The Archon's not going to be enough to blaze through this, and now more reinforcements streaming in for the Quantic Terran player. He's pressing forward into MC's cliff area. He's going to be running into the natural soon enough. There are a couple more Storms. Really eating some pavement here is the Bio army, but there's just so much of it. So many medevacs, 9 of them healing this force. The Zealots with that +3 armor are trying to kick this away. They will be able to for now. The Archon getting a few shots in, but with more units rallying down the field for Center and that +3 attack halfway done, this is just looking more and more dire. As time goes by, he's going to drop over towards this third base. Let these medevacs get some healing done on this Bio. And a big stream of blue moving across the field as Center's going to focus down this third Nexus. MC will try to run in and save this, but there's Marines and Marauders in the natural, and he will pick off that third base. MC falling apart here as Center just keeps applying this aggression directly to the forehead, you can almost say. And even now we see Ghosts mixed in. This is where things get really, really tough. With that Mobius reactor, these Ghosts come out ready to EMP, and all he needs is maybe 1 or 2 EMPs on these Archons, 1 EMP on these Templar, and that's it. This game will be over. He's continuously scanning. He just wants to know everything that's here. He sees, okay, well, MC, you don't really have much left at all. So now the Bioforce is set up outside the natural third-ish ramp area of MC, and here we go. Center's pressing in. MC needs some Miracle Storms, but that will be his only chance. 1 EMP lands, gets the Mothership Core. There's a couple of these Zealots, and here we go. Tries to get the snipes off. Now, a lot of these Templar are actually still alive. There's still 2 of them alive. One of them cannot storm. The other one is being chased even farther away. Nice feedback, but will MC get there in time to stop this force? I just don't know. This Ghost moving in. He's going to pick off this Templar before it can drop the Storm, and even then, it won't do any damage. GG, and Center takes game number 1 here in this best of 3 for the IEM Shanghai 2013 Korea Qualifiers.